And you guys eventually make your way.
Charisma?
As you guys make your way back to the library, the party is reunited.
Ah, darn it, he's back.
Hey, fuck you, cunt. I would have found you guys eventually.
I was joking, Sean.
No, you weren't. You were.
You're right, he wasn't. We were
Also,
gonna
you guys
listen.
know.
Hey, I didn't type shit.
Alright, so.
Let's kick town.
Are you guys gonna leave town?
Yeah.
Wait.
Do we gotta...
Hey, whatever
I
happened to
need
going
to
to
go.
deliver that spider thing, yeah?
I need to go buy something.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to beat up some crime, because crime doesn't pay.
Ava kind of looks at you and is like, deliver some spider thing.
Ask the bard. I don't know.
We gotta go. Don't tell her shit.
She turns to you, Lincoln. Just
Go ahead.
pardon. You deliver some spider thing?
Look,
Yeah,
even
we
if we
have
did
a-
deal with that, we were hired to do another job. If we're gonna do it, we can do it later.
We were hired
I
to.
mean-
We got a message from the spiders, the Silk's Touch people, whoever runs the back of that place, and they sent us a letter about a discrepancy that happened in town, and they wanted us to go meet them in person. And it seems like they were also the ones who ransacked the bookkeeper's shop.
It sounds like it would be rude to refuse an invitation, but I am new here, so I defer to the group.
I mean, don't you know them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Can I insight check that?
Sure, roll an insight check.
Can I
Sure, both of you roll insight.
What's my insight
Yeah,
there?
probably.
He said that really sarcastically, but
Yeah,
that's Paul.
I mean,
I don't think.
I was gonna make sure, and I'm not rolling very well.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm not actually inside checking it, but let's see just for giggles what I would have gotten.
I'm inside checking.
Well, two people.
You only two people.
Or
So I don't just have everyone rolling at once to
Oh, that would have been
cover
good.
their bases. Lincoln and Chorus, you both get the sense that she's being somewhat honest. She isn't affiliated with the group,
But she knows.
but they do know her.
Exactly.
But she's not affiliated with them.
We could probably
Well-
deduce that by the way that the people in guards.
Yeah,
were
I
trying
mean,
to hunt her down.
clearly they know you. I mean, those guards, fake ones at least, wouldn't have done what they did. They didn't.
That was the discrepancy that. I don't think I need to elaborate. But that was.
Well, it sounds like they just want to apologize.
Or cut us from underneath, considering they are let's say a thieves guild.
But
I'll just kill
look
her.
at them, and she motions to Varian and Chorus. Look, we have these two big hulking brutes. We're safe, right?
Well, the hulking brutes can. We'll probably come back another time after we finish our paid job. And the hulking brutes can beat the crap out of them later.
Look, it's likely we're getting paid when we get back as well. So, this is, in my opinion, the more urgent matter. If anything at all needs to be done.
Maybe they'll apologize to you with coin.
What makes you say that?
Or a dagger.
Yeah, I'd rather
If
do.
they wanted to kill us, they would have killed us.
Nah.
They would have
If
tried.
we wanted to see them,
They
we'll
did
try.
see them. But right now, it doesn't matter.
They did try.
Not very well.
No, they were scared off by the town guard.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Bless you. I say we should finish our job and we'll come back and investigate them if we have the chance.
They'll still be here.
Yeah,
Should
I
be
don't
at
think
least.
they'll be
Why not?
coming here.
They may be rude if you leave them waiting, but
It was an invitation, not a must go.
Yeah.
An invitation, air quotes.
I'm pretty sure when the mob gives you an invitation, you shouldn't turn it down.
Yeah, it was a request.
Well, you see the mob, you then serve the mob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be a level 100 mob boss.
The goal is to not owe them anything.
I know how mafia works.
I mean, I'm fine either way. We could do either or. I don't know how long it would take
Go to their
us.
base,
I
you
could
really
turn
think
it
that's
to
a good
anybody,
plan?
so I'm okay.
Look,
Alright.
I'm nigh unkillable, son.
We could at least see what they have to say before we also could go. I don't
I
think
mean,
they'll keep us in town, right?
Whether we did go toe to toe with that massive hulking spiked monstrosity, he can take him, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
Hell, I'll go solo. And I get up and walk out the door.
Ava like kind of chases off after her and turns to you guys. Just, I'm gonna follow the robot.
Okay. I'm
And continues
gonna
heading out.
wait. So what did?
Yeah,
Wait,
I'll
The
follow.
robot wasn't with them.
No, they got back.
We got
Oh, they
back.
did?
Yeah, everyone got back in the tavern.
Well, I'm gonna go check with Grin and just make sure we have no payments that need to be made.
I'm gonna follow
I
Ava.
have no idea. I don't know. I can't remember if we paid in advance or not.
Okay.
I think
Well,
that's good. Nice
I'd
and
rather
fun.
not leave any
I cast message real quick
unwanted feelings.
on Ava. Well, don't forget, I also have the token, so you guys would have to wait for me eventually.
And you hear a response come back. It's like, yeah, that's why you need to come right now. Like, let's go.
I'll be there soon. But we have to make sure everybody stays together in some cohesive unit.
I mean, me, Ava, and Weatherbeard.
Bro, we're like fucking glue, son. Cohesive as fuck.
Okay.
I asked the rest of whoever is still with, like, in Hunter and I with their little group, if anybody else wants to go with them, we'll probably catch up in a bit.
They
They're
can't
heading
enter
back to
anywhere without
South.
Spider. Just leave him be.
Yeah, like, there's no point going without the spider trinket.
All right. Well then, we'll catch up as soon as possible. Let's make sure that the inn is paid.
Okay. So, of course, as you go and approach Grin, he's kind of pouring a drink for himself and sips it quietly. Just, yeah, anything I can help you with?
Yes, we're heading out now. I'd like to thank you for your hospitality, and I wanted to make sure that I had no leftover payments that need to be made. I'm not sure if we stayed past how many days we paid for originally.
Oh, to be truthful, I stopped asking. You were just such good company.
Oh, what a small guy. He's
I
eating.
Can you consider it, consider it a gift for you to come back more and provide more business. For first time in town kind of bonus.
It would be my pleasure.
He's evil.
I'll give him like a
Everyone
quick
evil, dude.
salute wave thing and walk out then.
Waves back as you made your way out. Is everyone heading to the Silk's Touch now?
Yeah.
And
so- Negative, Captain?
Into our room last night.
What?
No one's gonna ask anything.
Wait, did Brennan just say something?
No, Derek.
No, Derek did.
Derek.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, Derek's brain is massive, but he's too quiet for anyone to hear his wise
He said,
thoughts.
do we all just want to ignore the fact that someone probably tried to break in our room?
Yeah.
Well, Weatherby doesn't know shit.
Because
Well,
we
yeah.
thought that we-
Well, actually, I feel like only I would know. And,
Yeah, only you do know.
No,
well,
only 5 of us would know who was in the room because we see you put the sword up.
I mean,
And
if
now the
I had to
sword's not
suspect
there.
No,
anything,
only Hunter noticed it. Alright, sorry,
Well,
only
I said the sword.
Forrest noticed it.
That the sword was moved?
Yeah.
well,
Everyone in that room would have noticed that he puts the sword up every night and that it was not where it was.
Oh, okay, never
Just
mind.
the people in
He
the room.
rolled in his sleep and knocked it
Can we
over.
question that, or you know?
There's
well,
not-
I mean,
what can we do
it's up
about
to you
it?
to question it. Like, yeah, what
Giant
can we do about it?
fucking
Nothing.
rats, dude.
All right. Anyway, for the rest of you, I'm not going to Silk's Touch. Whatever happens in there happens with you and you alone. So
Why do you not want to go?
Because I don't want to be associated with a criminal syndicate. In any
Well,
way,
the
shape,
thing
or
about
I
it is you
don't-
can kill them all.
yeah, if you
we-
think
we
so,
don't- we don't know
how
that.
many-
Because if they're crime.
Crime doesn't pay.
You gotta go down in a foist.
Yeah, I thought that take them down in the voice.
I would hope that we could keep them, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, please.
Well, I'm not going in, so you guys can deal with what you want.
I highly suggest you should come with us because
Well, I'm not. You guys can go have fun. Pick me up later. I'll be sitting at the inn, drinking something.
Okay.
okay.
So who is going to Silk's Touch?
I am.
I guess
I am-
everybody but Hunter.
I guess I'll go, yeah.
Everybody but boring Goris.
And by the way, on the way over there,
Brewers.
on the way over
I would hope you come back later because I don't want any trouble there, but Ava's
I
kind
would
of
hope you
right.
come back at all.
Ava's kind of right though. We don't do something about it for a while. They might come for us, and that might cause
Why
some
would
troubles.
that happen? We've done them nothing wrong.
Yes.
They know we have Ava,
They
and they
delivered a
tried
thing
to.
directly to us and
Yeah.
told us to go see them. So what do
Yeah.
you think kind of happens when they come knocking on the door like, hey, what happened, dog?
They know we
Alright.
have Ava. Like she's
And
with
if that
us.
happens, other people might get mixed up in it, and it gets really convoluted.
Just let Hunter go drink to forget Knox. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
He cradles the chipped staff.
Did Cedric say that out loud?
No,
No, he was
He's not
already
here.
gone.
He's gone.
Oh.
He just says me.
He was gone.
Alright. Well, for that, I'm going then. But I was gonna say for another reason, but whatever.
Oh, you're going now?
Yeah, I just said it to you directly, Hunter. Cedric didn't say it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the chorus feels compelled to go now.
Yeah.
The-
An otherworldly force has conveyed me to
I
go
rolled-
somewhere and punch men.
Barry and I rolled a nat 20.
Well, I had made a decision before you said that, but that's
Okay.
just the reason I'm taking now.
So, as you guys all make your way to the Silk's Touch, the large circular building, and as you enter in, you see the human female sitting there.
Detect magic!
Thumbing
Oh
through a
my
book.
god.
Detect magic, easily enough. As you cast Detect Magic, the woman lights up.
What?
She's a blip. You do detect some form of magic on her. All over her.
Or in
All over her. All over her. It's like masking her.
Excuse me, miss.
She kind of looks up.
Miss?
Yes, how can I help you?
I would like to purchase a large, very fancy fur coat.
I suppose we could do that. Do you have any preference?
Function and form, if you will.
You have to get apple bottom jeans and boots with fur.
Boots with the fur.
Do you have a preference in color?
Ah, yes, a nice mink. Nice
That's not a
mink
color. It's a fucking
I know. Yeah, they have a color of fur, don't they?
Alright, who had the letter?
I do. I'm on my way.
Furs don't come in colors, motherfucker. They come in
We're not there yet.
We're on our way.
types.
I have the letter.
Yes, but mink fur comes in different colors, you dumbass.
Yeah, well, I don't care what color, just mink.
She kind of looks at you like confused. And I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that.
Whatever is the least
Black. Just say fucking black.
the least difficult to look at. And nice and white.
What?
Oh,
So
nice.
it's a white coat.
White
Yeah,
coat.
white fur coat.
She kind of looks at you. I'll see what we might have, and she begins to make her way through the back circular hallway.
What things are sold at Silk's Touch?
You wait a minute,
Close.
Fucking silk.
2 minutes, 3 minutes. Well, typically it's commissions only. That's their whole purpose. But
Oh. No.
Do we need a fur coat for the cold?
Yeah, maybe Weatherby.
so
Hooray.
as you
Let's fucking find one.
so as she comes back and kind of looks at you. We do have one fur coat that was picked up by anyone. Someone commissioned it but never showed. It is in black if you'd like. It could purchase.
That is the exact opposite of what I wanted, which was white.
Well, if you wish to commission one, we'd be more than happy to.
I'll take the black.
That will be a simple 20 gold.
Time.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like
20 gold.
1,000 gold.
Alright, so she
Because inflation.
comes back and retrieves it for you and hands you a finely made black fur coat.
Inflation.
Paul, does it look thick enough to actually protect me from the cold?
Yeah.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Do you see Derek's question, Paul?
Now, right?
I mean, you can do that. Would you like to?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so as you
That sounds like a bad idea. But...
step outside,
Well, I thought we hadn't made it there yet.
No, we're already in a room.
I would say for the
on the way out.
for the purposes of this, you would have thought of this ahead of time. You would have.
Oh, I didn't think we were there
transformed,
yet because we were still walking.
And
I
as
thought we
you.
were still walking.
No, I just had for the sake of brevity, everyone arrived there.
Oh,
Oh,
so
it's
everyone there?
cheating.
So we'll say Weatherby just retrieved his coat, and you all arrive.
Okay, cool.
Oh, baby.
Ace transform into the captain.
Before we go in, I ask him. I tap on him. I was like, is this necessary?
Yeah.
If we're gonna go and join a gang, I'm not having my face be
We're
a
not
symbol.
doing a gang.
Oh, yeah, also-
Fair, fair enough.
Also,
fair
Paul,
enough.
I'll use my hat. After I see him do it, I'll use my hat too. And
Oh my gosh.
I
They know who we are. They just want
I-
us to come meet them.
What are you gonna transform into?
I'm thinking.
You should transform into Cedric.
Yeah, I'll just do another armored guy. I just won't be fishing.
You should transform into the bear. That's a
Some
good idea.
random human I saw around town or something.
Okay, so generic human.
Yes.
As you guys step in, the rest of the party that have already been
I
there,
saw-
Ava, Cedric, and Weatherby, you get sight of the familiar faces of the party, and very interesting people. People you haven't met before.
Derek, who are you right now?
You recognize the captain of the guard, who you know who is very much a
Dead.
yourself. You also pick up magic on the human male who's clad in armor. You do pick up magic on him. You do not pick up magic. Or you do pick up a blip of magic on the other, on the captain of the guard. But it is not all over him like the human male.
I tell.
Oh yeah.
I just look at them and said, just don't worry about it. And I kind of shake my head and.
As you guys,
I can kind of use general to figure out that Ace is.
two people are missing.
Yeah, and two
as
people are, they know the
as you guys
about the hats.
step in, the woman's more customers. How can I help you?
Wait, I wanted to ask you something.
Sean, go first, cause he. Sean, go first.
He turned to you.
You got special commission stuff, right?
That takes
Depending on
Commission
what you
again.
ask for, it might take a few days.
You don't happen to have a fireproof jacket, would you? Like something that won't catch on fire when I cast burning hands. You know this.
Interesting.
Burns the shop down.
The whole shop. The whole shop.
I need something that's not gonna catch on fire.
Hey, random woman, check this out. Yeah, I need something that won't catch on fire, like you did. So she kind of looks at you strangely, and it's just you cast produce flame is what I assume you meant to say.
Yeah,
Looks at you just.
I need something like this. I want like a jacket that doesn't, catch on fire.
I mean, that is a very specific request. I don't think we have the materials to make anything flame retardant at the moment.
Flame retarded.
By the way,
Wow, we're so immature.
second thing is, and I kind of like lean in. You're glowing.
No,
Excuse me?
Looks at you
That's such a
strangely.
compliment.
It's just like I mean, she comes back like flatters.
Glowing,
Thank
yeah. Glowing.
You can't just tell someone they're glowing. That's literally just a compliment.
Yeah.
That was the idea. But she didn't roll good on her perception check, so.
That's not perception at all.
No, that'd be insight.
That's just like insight
Maybe
or,
insight, but anyway.
or
So she's
intelligence.
just kind of, but the rest of you, this time, like as she's talking to the rest of you, she like her cheeks are kind of like flushed red, being complimented. She feels very flattered. And she kind of looks at the rest of you. How can I help the rest of you?
I with the two fingers, I take out the spider and I show her that. The little trinket.
Her eyes kind of
Where's the water?
I don't have to say
her eyes
anything.
kind of go wide, and she her eyes narrow again, and she reaches her hand out.
Alright, play battle music. Burning hands, 9th level.
She reaches her hand out. With her palm facing upward, she seems to be waiting for you to give her something.
I go up and I drop it on her palm.
You drop it in her hand, she reaches underneath the counter and pulls out a key and motions for you to follow her as you guys begin to make your way down the winding hallway. Eventually, you arrive at the trapdoor, Dimitri, that you had seen before.
Yeah, Dimitri.
Oh yes.
And she
I
unlocks the
almost
heavy
went into
padlock.
changing.
She unlocks the heavy padlock and takes it off, and then the changing room. She opens the door, and leading down looks to be a stone staircase lit by torches along the wall. Except, funny enough, these torches don't appear to be any natural light. Instead, as you get closer, you pick up blips of detect magic. These appear to be slight, faintly, always burning. They don't seem to shift with the wind of you guys, the door opening or you guys passing by.
Wait, are those endless torches?
Yes.
Oh, we need to steal one.
What? You guys are so. Oh my god.
And as she,
You don't steal from the mafia.
You always
And-
see at night.
as she,
steal from the mafia.
as she motion, just like install it. As she, she motions down the passage. Just he'll be expecting you. And she makes her way.
Okay, this really sounds like
She
we're doing a game.
stands there waiting for you to.
I'll walk
We're
up.
meeting the
I tell
mafia
her.
boss.
I thank her and then do a little head nod and then go on.
Alright, so as everyone heading down the staircase?
Hell
Good
yeah.
idea. For sure.
Alright, so as you
Yeah,
guys.
it's an awful idea, but here we are.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys want to do this.
As you
They
guys
need
begin
us.
to
We
make
can't
your
leave
way-
them.
Randy's packing heat, dude. Don't even worry.
As you guys
Can't-
begin to
I was
make your
scared of the
way
strap, dog.
down as you guys begin to make your way down the staircase, the wooden walls of the building give way to what appears to be almost castle-like stone walls. As you descend further, once all of you have entered, you hear a heavy thud behind you and the clicking of a lock.
Okay.
You guys push forward for some time, and eventually the staircase ends. And appearing in front of you is a very, very large stone. The floor and the walls and ceiling are all made of stone. There are various chandeliers, ceiling, and various
Can you reset the picture?
candle stands that line the bottom of the walls. What were we gonna ask?
Reset the picture.
Right. I made a new page for you guys to be blank on. There you go.
Oh.
So, very, very large room. Throughout the room, you see various round tables and long wooden tables that you would see at a feast. And the room just seems to stretch on endlessly with a large, lavish red carpet that runs down. You see all types of individuals down there. You see what appear to be dwarves, orcs, half-orcs. You see a handful of drow down there.
Fuck yeah.
Those are
And as you get down there and look to your left and right, you see flanking either side are two large statue-like figures that stand unmoving, staring off into the distance. And as you guys step past them, their heads snap, just watch you. They stare at you as you
Ooh,
push
watch
forward.
me. Watch
As
me.
you guys have now made your way in, at the sound of newcomers, some of the figures begin to look over at you, and these look like pretty shady and sketchy people that are gathered around. As you push further down the red carpet, you see at the far back there's a very, very large round table. Think like the size of like Knights of the Round Table, typically, or pretty much. And sitting there is various people you can't make out the details of with their backs to you, but as you see sitting at the facing you, sitting at the end of the table, is it's Gimbal.
I knew he wasn't dead.
As you guys get a good look at him, he appears to look similar to a drow,
Oh shit.
but his skin seems much paler. He is dressed in black chainmail, black chainmail, at the moment, and he appears to be having a conversation with various people. And as he sees you approaching, he whispers to the other people at the table and motions with his hand. And they begin to get up to leave. They begin to get up to leave, except one of them, who stands up from the table. And as they turn to face you, you see a somewhat small, standing at about maybe 5 feet tall, a woman with shortcut, almost white blonde hair that just stands there. She is wearing black studded leather armor, who just stands there, unmoving. She seems unarmed.
I'm still gonna say Betty.
And as you guys make your way up there, the man stands and motions with his hands. Finally, my guests have arrived. Please take a seat.
Okay.
I
Alright.
guess we
But
sit
I want to
down
be
next
comically
to each.
too large for the chair.
Like Mr. Incredible in his car.
And as you guys make your way in there, you hear the faint sound of what appears to be some form of band playing off in the distance. As you get closer and look, on the right side of the room appears to be a small stage with a band that is playing.
Is it a smoky downtown jazz?
Do I recognize the song?
It's not a song per se, it just appears to be some people who are just lazily playing various string instruments. It's a very peaceful sound. And as you guys all take your seat, you see the woman standing behind the man eyeing you all very carefully.
Is the woman Eleanor?
It is not Eleanor, no.
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
I'm guessing that you read Sean's message saying, "Is there any magic?"
Is there any magic? As you push closer.
Would they see him casting it actually?
No.
Well, you don't actually cast it. You just kind of have
Well,
it.
that's what I'm asking.
As you sit, where would you all like to sit?
Is it? It's a round table,
I'll
right?
sit up.
It is a round table, so I'm basically asking who wants to sit.
Closest to the man.
I'll sit closest.
Me.
I'll sit.
I'm sitting directly across from him so I can reenact the Han shot first scene.
Sitting next to the man.
You already got 2 people next to the man. You can't do
There
that.
are no chairs directly.
I'll
There are
sit.
no chairs directly next to him.
I pull up a chair next to him.
No,
What?
I want to be very.
Oh my God.
The chairs appear to have been cleared
That's
out
so
around him.
aggressive.
If you would like to do that, you can
That's
certainly
so
try.
aggressive.
What are the okay? What's the chair setup like? Because we shouldn't move things around. That's not what guests
Yeah.
do.
So it's
Also, it'd probably kill you. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I want half of you dead anyway, so.
it. So it's
I could teleport.
Blundering idiots, get out of here.
wandering idiots.
We're
Blundering.
probably
it's-
wanderers.
It's basically like circle, and then like
Where?
he's here, and then there's chairs that line this other half of the table.
Yeah.
I can't see
This
this.
is such a good piece.
I can't see Jack.
There appear to be only 8.
I'm
Holy fucking
drawing.
apes.
Who's drawing the circles?
Literally entirely carved.
I'm drawing the chair. No.
Thank you.
my dude.
Basically, there's one chair where he's sitting, and then all the other chairs are on the other half of the circle. So like all the
I
other
wanna
chairs are in the
sit-
circle.
As close to him as possible.
I'll sit directly across from him.
I want to sit at a 270-degree angle from him.
I'll sit next to the mouse man, mouse
What
boy,
else is
Rendo,
As possible.
mouse friend.
There appear to be various other people talking amongst themselves. On the far right side is the band. On the far left side,
Is it like this, Paul?
yes, except it's a full circle of a table.
Oh.
There's just no chairs on his side.
Oh, so it's like the Last Supper, except with a circle table, right? Everyone's just
He's
Sure,
he's an
exactly.
edgy fuck.
He's sitting here. There were people sitting around him, but the chairs appear to have been when the guests left.
So is there any? So where's the band?
The band is on the far right side of the room. Sitting
Yeah,
at,
like where his face is from here.
There's 9 of us, Paul.
there are only 8 chairs.
There's 9 of us though.
Yes, Ava
I,
does not take a seat.
I'll ask.
Okay.
Is it okay if I pull up an extra chair?
That's over here on this side.
So in the far back and the far corners, you can't make out anything. It's too far away. The room does appear to just stretch on.
Oh.
But on the far, holy shit. It literally fucking animal. So let me just give you a rough depiction of what the room looks like, all in purple because I don't want to change the color.
Can I
Stretches on for a long time. There's a band on this right side. There's a bar on this right side, and then the table that you're at is like pushed back here, but the room stretches on. And then littered about, there's the red carpet that goes up here, and then littered about off of the red carpet all around here are various other tables.
Okay.
Okay,
or
not. Possible.
Okay, so you sit on the left side of the circular table.
Okay.
I sit as far away from that as I can.
I sit right next to Chorus. Yep.
I motion to Ava, and I ask the man, "Is it okay if I pull up an extra chair? We seem to be down a chair for our party of 9."
The man kind of looks her over and just, oh, she doesn't mind standing. Do you? As he says that, she just kind of shakes her head with a smirk almost, and just remains there, hand on a rapier, but standing. She's standing directly behind whoever was sitting directly across from him. I believe that was Weatherby. Who wanted to sit across.
I say, "All right, that's fine," and then you take the seat directly across from him.
Alright, so you take a seat next to Weatherby because Weatherby is directly across from him first.
Is Ava at the table with us?
Yes, Ava's standing just behind Weatherby.
Oh.
So as you all have now gathered around Cedric, you do get hints of magic from the woman who is standing behind him. Exactly what you don't know, and you do get hints of magic on the man. It appears.
Is there like a pinpointed location where they are?
On the woman, you can't really make it out. On the man, he has. You detect something on his armor. You detect something on his weapon. And you detect something
fucking enchanted.
that appears to be on his belt.
Is this okay?
Sean, you don't get to know specifically what the magic is. You just get to
He
know.
knows. He was asking where is the location.
Yeah, it was vague location. So
Yeah, so
well, he knows that his armor and his weapon,
sheathed armor and something on his belt.
Meaning
You
it's
don't
all
know what.
fucking enchanted with resistances and spells.
Probably.
Bullshit.
Yes, that's a vorpal blade, son.
What I thought.
Say goodbye to your head, dipshit.
I thought, oh, the secretary has a defensive spell on her.
But anyway, as you anyway, moving on.
Everybody okay with these seating?
Sure.
Alright, but you guys.
I don't know. I don't look directly across from
because I
him
said I
yet.
wanted to be as close to him as possible. For some fucking reason, I'm on basically across from him.
Okay, so Varian sits where Alzarin is, and Alzarin sits where Varian is.
All right.
That's as close
Still
as.
incorrect. Put
Still
me
incorrect.
to the fucking leftmost fucking corner of the half
Yeah,
table.
but Sean
even though it's
also
not a
said
half
it
table.
too. Lots of people were calling.
So put him on the other fucking side.
Hunter said the same thing. Hunter wanted to go on the opposite side of Cedric.
Well, fuck Hunter.
Well, I already took the seat.
I said it first.
I don't think it's gonna be that important.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's not. But still,
It's the principle.
it's the principle.
Screw you.
So, as you guys have all now gathered around and are sitting, the man kind of
Windows notification.
he motions over. Yeah, Windows notification with. He motions to the bar, and you see them beginning to gather something. You see them beginning to gather something and bring him a drink. And as he looks around, he's just, I was a little saddened that the day that that message was to be delivered to you, that you didn't arrive.
We would
I
have
presume
loved.
you were just very busy.
We would have loved to,
Yeah,
but
things to do.
some
Places to see.
very urgent matters came up. For instance, I'm assuming you've heard of the horns ringing outside the other day.
Oh, the horns ringing. I know exactly what happened. A man who is a man of my status needs to
Stay informed.
So the man of my status needs to stay informed.
What is happening?
I'm trying to draw.
Great.
Who is doing that?
It's probably Sean.
Pretty sure it's Curtis, but okay.
I'm literally drawing right now. I'm trying to draw a smiley face.
So it's
Smiley
Sean being
face.
stupid.
Anyway, so as the guy looks you over and just, what had you so busy in the city?
We were trying to.
It was a tournament.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. So it was a tournament that we participated in to try and get closer to the Barons and try and get close and talk to them about some matters that came up regarding the horns outside. And we tried to get there as soon as possible and then come over here, but we were caught up in some business.
The tournament is such a brutish affair. Not one for tournaments like that. Getting in a pit and bashing something until it stops moving.
Well, it's sort of what I specialize in. So.
Or elegance.
I kind of chuckle. I guess I kind of agree with you there. I can't speak for the rest of them, especially the brute over here. And then I point to Chorus and
Excuse me.
they seem to enjoy what they do, but we I guess we have to do what we have to do.
Nods and as the servant walks over and places down a what appears to be a wine glass in his hand, filled with some form of a red liquid. He kind of swirls it in his hand for a moment. And I had heard that some of my associates, upon you arriving in town, they caused you a bit of trouble.
I guess you could call it trouble. They didn't really do much. They confronted us and they scattered pretty quickly, if I do say so myself.
But they didn't harm you in any way, no?
No, they were not able to touch us.
Well, that's very good. I'm very happy to hear that. If they wanted to anyway, they wouldn't have the chance. And as he says that, he raises the glass and then takes a sip from it.
Cheers to that.
And he looks at the rest of you. So, you all have arrived, and I bet you all are wondering, perhaps, why would I gather you all?
That happened.
I am wondering that.
I would just like to inform you that in no way is this obligated, or are you obligated to accept my offer, but as a token of my friendship, I would like to...
Why?
As a token of my friendship, I would like to offer you all a job.
Ooh, money.
What sort of job and what comes with it? I know Robot here is really fond of shiny things.
Well, if you would like to know the purpose of this job, perhaps we could just play a little game.
I'm down for some games.
The
He asked if we were down for some games.
Trying to play some games, son? What kind of game? Dungeons and Dragons? That's a good one.
I guess I could play a little game. We have some spare time.
He kind of motions to another servant, and they bring to be a deck of cards.
Dear.
Holds it up.
Oh no.
Well, perhaps you could have the luckiest of you attempt to play.
I look over at Ace, and I kind of look at him. I think we have a friend of ours who's pretty good with his luck.
Yeah, he looks like the commander right now.
Yeah, he does look like the commander.
Ground control to Major Tom.
I hint over at Ace and I point to him. There.
Kind of nods, and he motions for you to come take a seat a bit closer to him as another chair is pulled up alongside him.
Alright.
Oh, he's next to him, dude. He's next to him.
Take a shot.
Get up and sit next to him, and
Did someone say shoot?
he begins to shuffle the card, and he looks at you. Are you familiar with the game of Jip?
Ooh.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Places the cards down, Says, well, let us play. And he draws a card from it, and you also draw a card. Roll your d6.
Alright, Derek,
On a dice
whisper me,
roller.
whisper me,
I will
whisper me,
see
whisper me, whisper me,
whisper
whisper
to.
me.
Wait, I need his dialogue. It's a 1d6.
Yes, 1d6.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
So you both,
I'm gonna whisper it to you,
baby.
Lincoln.
Okay,
What?
cool. Yeah, that's fine.
What
I'll let you guys know. I'll whisper to you.
so as he draws
No love.
the first card and motions to you and says, well, playing this game, you might wonder what we're going to wager.
Our lives.
You see, I had said that you were not obligated in any way to
Oh, great.
participate in my job.
I think that's everybody.
However, if you lose, I would require you to feel obligated to participate in my reward.
obligated.
We have to kill some
Happiness
fools
we
tonight.
don't.
Should we mention our prior
It already
commitments?
happened.
Well, if you win, you get to leave with no consequences.
Does that
Well,
mean we
technically,
weren't allowed to
could
leave the whole
just
time?
leave
I'll make that
of
deal.
our own volition.
No.
Now I have
Ace
a
is talking to
question.
Ace, so he has to.
Well, he already said yes, so as he says
Yeah,
that, he
Ace is the one calling.
draws a card from the deck, and you draw another card, roll your d8.
Now, what kind of job is this gonna be?
Do you ask that to him?
Yes, because if it involves killing people, I would be down.
He says.
He looks at
How
you.
do I cheat in this?
Hunter, you
You
called me?
can roll. You can roll.
How do I
Sleight,
cheat in this?
Hunter?
you can roll sleight of hand to attempt to replace your card with another card.
Hello? Hunter?
I don't
Sleight
know.
of hand that.
I don't know.
Roll sleight of hand.
Is a good idea against
Hunter.
this guy.
Where is it?
Or Derek's gonna get caught cheating. We're all gonna fucking
No, I'm
die.
not.
Oh no.
By the way, I don't. He has to roll perception, right?
You assume.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay,
Why do you keep calling
I
me?
don't care what it is. I'm gonna try and,
My mic wasn't working, so I had to fix it.
Can I bad beat that without him noticing or no?
You would have to draw a card from your deck of cards.
Which you would not enjoy.
No, I would have to just roll a gambit die.
Yeah, but the whole
Yeah.
point of it is you use anyway.
So no.
I would say you would have to do something for bad beat to happen.
Very
What is it,
visible.
an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw that I can see?
Can any of us like cause a distraction so we can?
Oh wait, can I cutting?
You
Oh wait, never mind.
cheat, and you switch your card, and he doesn't appear to take notice. So roll your d8. Roll a d8.
Roll a
Guys,
d8.
fly.
Derek,
Reroll
can you
your
whisper
D8.
me what it was, and then we'll re-roll now?
2.
Alright, well that was out of the open,
Derek.
so...
Oh my
Wait, can you re-roll that? Because you rolled that out in the open.
No.
Paul, because you told him to roll on his dice roller.
Yeah, well, that's his fault.
Well, then now Paul
His
knows
fault.
though. Okay, well.
So as
Oh
I bet if it
Wow.
would have been high though, Paul would have made him re-roll it anyway.
What's my gambit dice?
alright, so as you pull another card, you feel a little disheartened because it wasn't as good as you wanted. And as the man is holding the cards there and he smiles at you, he looks at you, Weatherby, and says, well, this job would entail however you wish to approach it. As long as you leave no trace to me, I don't care how messy you get. But
What would we be required to do?
I would presume that you possibly have heard of the town or the cities of Kazdel and Alkara.
We
I've heard
do.
of
We
Al Qaeda.
Perhaps.
we might have had
Perchance.
some information on the town. We think might be heading there next.
Well, in Kazdel, there has taken root a organization similar to mine. We'll call it competition, if you will. I don't like competition.
They wouldn't happen to have a bloody axe as a symbol. would they?
I'll look to you for a moment. No, I don't recall them having that.
Okay. Just
However,
curious.
there's a man there well, a man is a loose term. A hulking Goliath
Of a dragon.
reigns there, leads these people, these foolish people. I know very little about this man. He is a professional, and for that I have respect. Much like I have respect for her. And he motions to Ava. But I do not like competition. And an organization such as this has pushed further and further north. They recently took root in the city of El Terrell. I had gathered word that you had, or someone had dispatched of one of their strongholds there. I believe they called it the Fool's Fall. And that
Yeah, we killed them. We killed everyone in there.
We might have had some
Yeah,
confrontation with them
we
there.
literally slaughtered everyone in there.
I have
Even the
a.
innocents. It was kind of nasty.
I also got
Really
some.
brutal.
I got some armor for it too. The armor I'm wearing now.
I mean, to be fair, they started it.
He got smiles at you. You butchered them in their very own business?
I
Well,
mean,
if
like,
they-
we blew a hole in one of the guy's chests.
They kind of
You
attacked
are
us first.
They
wonderful
came at
for
us
this.
first, so.
As he kind of looks at the rest of you. Well, I have such respect for you. I have to thank you for doing that. And he puts his we no longer need to continue this game. I will give you the option to take up my request.
Oh, that was easy. We won.
What's
I request
Oh, okay.
that you find this Goliath in Casdell and put an end to this organization and cut the head off of the snake.
Do you
Oh,
do you have
there's
any?
no perchance
Oh
a
my god.
snake.
I
Oh,
suppose no one will complain about
I-
you-
balls.
Know very little about them.
okay.
All I know is that there's a man, or a Goliath. I know not
Goliath.
what he calls himself.
Goliath.
I know very little. My spies have not reached that far, and those who have not come back with information.
All right.
What
Hey,
kind of
so-
competition
Hang
do
on.
they pose
Quick-
to you?
Quick DM question.
Quick,
Out of my memory, does this remind me of that mystery man with the tattoo on his arm? That came to the tavern? Like the first day we were there in the tavern?
It does not.
Okay, just making sure. He was
That guy had a spider tattoo.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind. Is that this guy? Do we see him in here?
You do not.
Okay, never mind.
Hey,
So,
Jordan.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So, does this guy seriously not realize who Derek is disguising himself as?
No, it was from a different person. It's a
He wouldn't
different
know.
From a different group.
How would he know the person's face?
Yeah, exactly. He kind of.
Derek just doesn't look like himself is all. That's all you need to know.
Kind of looks at you. I know that there is a.
Saying is that he is disguised as the leader of the people that this one's
No, he's not. You don't understand the situation.
Roasted.
I know that this Goliath does business at the tower that looks over Casdell Bay.
Do you
I
know
know
what?
he's a Goliath, and that is all the information I have.
What?
All right.
No specific business?
I'll write that down real
Wait,
quick.
Casdell? Is that different or the same as the two towns we're already supposed to go to?
Different.
Same.
It's different, but it's
Different.
we can always make a stop by there.
No,
once we-
it's Al Qaeda
It's Al
and
Qaeda,
fucking
it's Alcara, and
Don Talar.
I'll ask
Delta.
him and one of Alcara. If that's what he wants to do.
Deltarune.
Well-
Deltarune.
In Alcara, there is something I want. It is an, let's say, collector's item.
Oh boy, is it a gray orb approximately 10 inches in diameter?
On top of the tower?
Yeah, on top of a lone tower? That's crazy, bro.
So there is a manor that is run by a very greedy noble who found this item in some ruins, so he says.
On top of the
And
tower?
it sounds like a very powerful item, a very interesting item, something that someone like I would want. So, all I ask is that you retrieve it for me. She would be very helpful in that regard, and he motioned Ava again.
Is there a? Do you know of any
Alright.
other easy ways to get access to this manor?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Do you know which
That
man
sounds
you
like
might be
your
looking
job.
for?
Bro, we literally have a
well,
letter to get into. The
have you
No,
ever
oh my god, you're a fool.
ever
I'm
been
not saying that to him.
to Alkera?
Unfortunately,
Oh,
no. We will be
kinda.
going there soon. We had some other things that we needed to attend to ourselves personally.
Well, in Alkera, for all of you who do not know, the way the city was built, there was a cliffside, and they built a city into the bottom of the cliffside. But those higher ups and those the nobility and the such didn't like residing underneath some rocky crags, so they simply decided to build on top of it, leading to two separate districts, one on top
The
of
Cloud District.
the cliffs and one beneath it. All I know is the manor can be found on the top.
Really feels over and gone. Just saying.
So,
Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Alright. I see what you're saying. I see what you're slugging. I really do. You got a nice silver tongue, kid. Alright, but hear me out. I like what you're selling. But what if we go to the guy that you want us to kill, and I like what he's selling more? What am I gonna do? Do I choose him or you? What do you think?
no honor among thieves, I suppose. Well, I could promise you a very handsome reward.
Oh! I'm choosing
I'll
you.
yell across the table. He means a lot of shinies.
Ooh! I wasn't sure if that's what you meant.
I mean, also there's a price with coming to betray me if I hired you.
Is it shiny?
It would be a very terrible thing to make an enemy out of me.
So, is it shiny?
He kinda raises the glass for a moment and says,
No, they're.
betray me, you could find out what happens to those who are insubordinate.
I'm
And
gonna
says that with their glass
assume.
raised and then takes a sip from the drink.
I'm going to assume that it's not
I'm
shiny.
talking now. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
The dagger
Yeah.
shiny.
You're just talking quiet.
The dagger would be shiny. The dagger's not even try and kill you.
What shiny teeth and me?
Fair enough.
Shiny teeth.
So, do we have a deal?
For shiny.
Any objections?
I suppose.
Objection!
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna shake his hand.
I
This
suppose.
doesn't sound too bad to me.
I mean,
Hey guys, should I shoot him? Should I shoot him?
So, as
No.
you, as Ace, as you shake his hand, he kind of smiles at you, and as he smiles, you catch sight of a fang.
Oh my.
Yeah, I thought so. When you said the pale skin out of the game.
He's got a daggle snooth.
I don't know what that is, but like, you know, I
Nods at you and looks at the rest of you. Well, your friend seems to trust the right people.
Well, no one's gonna
I
complain
have no
about
objective.
a crime scene.
I mean, I wasn't gonna accept it. I was just trying to get information out of the guy, but it was whatever.
I
I had to
accept
say
it.
that out loud. I
That
just
sounds fun.
I have no objections here. We were heading there anyway. So
Objection!
it's not for us.
Sounds
Just
good to
another thing
me.
to the to-do list.
I suppose that's it.
Giving us some options.
Alright.
I have
I
a
think
quick
that's
question.
that.
Can
I
ask
Anything
him?
I ask him if
Oh.
that is that all. Like I said, like I suppose that's it.
Yeah. Well, yes, I suppose that's all for now. There could be future business endeavors.
We would probably be happy to help.
If there is there any particular order you need these or want these to be done in?
Oh, no, do it at whatever order you wish.
Time
I'm
limit?
not a piggy man. What'd you say?
Any
Time
time limit
limit?
as well?
Ah, I suppose you doing it quicker would be much nicer, but you can't
Wanna
rush
be
perfection, I
shinier?
suppose.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
We will try our best to finish these jobs as quick as possible. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Cool.
I want to ask him, do you have
Well,
any
Kurt?
magic items that could help us on this?
You
Do you think you're asking too much?
Just asking for an do you have anything else to help? Oh, Jesus.
you need aid?
I
From
mean, I always can use stuff, you know.
Interesting.
Kleptomaniac over there.
Well, you know
Interesting.
what he's after.
Well, I mean, I suppose you could always ask her any motions to Ava. Deals made. She was well adept at doing that from one of my members.
Oh, there was one more thing. Oh, you finished. Sorry, I just remembered. That was out of
He
game.
looks at you.
Oh, okay. That was out of game, but never mind. Okay. There was a shopkeep outside. I was curious if that was maybe part of this. There was a dagger and a piece of paper with a spider with love on it, and I was curious what happened to the shop and why his shop was ransacked. If you knew anything about that.
Of course I know about that. A man didn't pay his debts. A man paid the price.
Do you know what sort of depth and where I may find the man again? I kind of knew him a little bit, and I'm just curious about how
Oh
he
dear.
is.
Do you wish to find the man? Do you wish to see him?
I suppose I could
Oh no.
see him.
So bad.
Very well. If you wish to see him, I can take you to him when we're done.
Oh, I'll have no
Just
problem
ready
with
for
that.
another That's a Mafia Works moment.
And he looks at the rest of you as I was saying, the man who harassed you used to be the owner of that lass's rapier in motions to Ava. But she was hired to steal it. She kept it for herself, it seems. So, but, is there anything else that you wish to do, or will you be off as I show your oh so sweet little dragonborn here?
Give it back.
I do have a question for him, but I kind of wanted to ask him,
Yeah? Okay, that's good.
Sean, you could be at the end of a tunnel.
Alright, so Paul spelled them wrong.
I like how Carter spelled Alcara,
back,
to be
sorry.
honestly.
I'm back.
I was really hoping for it, you know?
Alright, so as you, he looks at the rest of you, is there anything else you wish to?
Yeah, kind of, but like,
Well, go ahead.
well, just curiosity sake, I noticed you have I guess, magical or enchanted armor, which is understandable for a man in your position to have added protection. But what of the lady up front?
Oh, simple illusion.
That's
So
obvious.
she wasn't real?
No,
No, of course not. She's very much
doesn't
real.
look like that.
Oh, you poor naive boy.
You fool of a
See,
joke.
people typically are less receptive of a drow shopkeeper. So we simply disguised her.
Very clever.
Yeah, apparently too clever for some of us. Good meme.
Well, is that
I
all?
would ask him about his enchantments, but I feel like that'd be going too far.
You're already going too
You're
far.
already going too far.
Roasted.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Alright,
So-
well,
Alright, so after you ask me questions you didn't deserve to ask, anything else?
Is there anything
Very
else?
passively aggressive.
I think that's it. We don't want to
silence means yes.
keep overstepping.
Yeah, we're ready to get the fuck
Their
out
silence.
of Dodge.
Their silence means yes. And
Lincoln,
Cash that
if you wish to,
oh, he knows my
Lincoln, if you
name.
wish to follow me, and he stands up and begins to make his way over. You follow?
Yes, I'll go with him.
Oh shit, how do you know your
I said, oh, you know my name.
Of course. I am a purveyor of information.
Oh, baby.
May I ask what your name is?
Fuck no,
You
baby.
can simply call me the Spider.
The spider. Nice ring to it.
And he
Okay, well, I guess his name before Paul gave it. That's how I put him in the entry.
and so as you are led, you notice him in front of you, and as you're walking behind him, the woman is very closely.
The woman's what you cut out.
The woman is flanking you very closely.
Oh, okay.
Oh, baby.
So as you
She likes what she
begin to make
sees.
your way towards the back of the chamber, there are 2 large wooden doors. And as he opens them up, there's also behind the metal door or the wooden doors is what appears to be a cage door that is built into the stone wall. And as he opens it, or unlocks it and opens the door and motions for you to step inside.
I'll step inside.
Alright, as you step inside, you have dark vision, correct?
Yeah, I do.
The room stretches on seemingly endlessly. Your dark vision that goes for about 60 feet, you see in, and then it just fades into the abyss. And as you look in and then peer to the sides, you notice what appears to be you appear to see some form of white substance along the walls.
Oh, baby.
And it looks almost like string at first. And as you get a better look,
It's cocaine.
spiderweb.
Yeah.
It appears to be spiderweb.
Oh, it's mashed up
That's just
sludge.
on along the wall.
Okay.
Sorry.
Magma.
Do you wish to continue then?
I guess I continue.
Okay, so as you push further in, you hear what sounds like the slight skittering along the wall. As you push further in, you see various pillars that are spread out, covered in webs, that seem to have slightly bulbous parts of it that seem to be in the shape of bodies. As you pull in a little closer, you see what looks to be the freshest of them. You can just barely make out the blue tail hanging down out of it.
Is there how many bodies I guess are wrapped up?
Currently, right now, currently you can only see 2 pillars. There's one that's close to you, like just about maybe 10 feet and like up into the right of your position, and then further down up into the left that's maybe like 30 feet out. On those 2 pillars alone, you see about 5 bodies.
Huh. They're not moving, are they?
No, they're not moving.
Okay. I guess I turn around. I've seen what I needed to.
As you turn around and begin to make your way out, as the
Could
man,
I, never mind.
what?
Make sure that nothing sneaks up behind me.
As you begin to make your way out and quickly turn, you see what looks to be the faint, you catch sight very faintly in the dark of arachnid-like legs that are just on the edge of your vision, that don't appear to be moving, and are just watching, or standing there staring at you. And as you turn around and begin making your way out, you hear skittering. Make sure nothing is coming. It appears to have stopped, but you can still just barely make it out on your. There's security watching you as you go out.
Hello.
Say that, it kind of skitters along away, and you hear it climbing up the pillar, and then stretching around, or wrapping around the pillar, you see legs that are pretty much the size of, like, you.
Oh, interesting.
That stretch around the side of the wall, unmoving, just staring at, and you get the sense that this figure is just staring at you.
I nod, and then I go.
Okay, as you begin to make your way out, he shuts the door and just, well, were you content with what you saw?
I suppose.
No, but
Very well. And just so we're on the same page, do not let your little robot friend betray me. I would hate for you to end up in there as a plaything for her.
But you cut out a plaything for what?
A plaything for her.
Oh, okay. Does she,
It'd be funny to see it try
she
to
have...
eat the robot.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Try to eat the roll. Does she...
I got stigma.
Do you name her?
Well, perhaps you'll find out her name if you end up inside.
Alright, I guess I hope I don't find out her name.
Alright, but TJ's gonna wanna fuck him now.
You begin to make your way out, and he closes the large wooden doors behind him. As you make your way down, you see some of the patrons there who's kind of staring at you, and then snicker as if they know what you just saw in there. You eventually begin to make your way out. And the party leaves. What is underneath the Silk's touch? As you make your way up the staircase and kind of bang on the door, the woman comes back and unlocks the door and flips it open, lets you out. And as you guys all exit, she closes it and locks it again.
Alright, as we're walking, I'm gonna say, I guess that wasn't a changing room.
Wait, I meant to take one of the torches on the way up.
John. Okay.
Please don't
Look,
do
can
that.
we not
Oh,
get
Carter.
ourselves sued?
If you would like to, as you try, they are torches that are mounted onto the wall and enchanted. They're physically attached to the wall. You can attempt to break them off.
Yeah, but you will catch a bullet in the back.
I know, right?
Be warned.
Can we stop them?
Blade in your balls.
I mean, do you wish to attempt to break off a torch?
I mean, I do it without the party seeing me.
Interesting. But you're walking about with us.
I'm in the back of the group.
Alright.
Okay.
Do I hear him?
You know,
Roll a
roll
stealth check.
and a strength check, probably, to rip it off the wall.
First roll.
Well, I don't see shit.
Can I
My
roll?
passive perception is higher.
My
That
pass
wasn't
that's
his
not
roll.
his roll.
Oh wait.
Wait, do I roll?
Do dex.
Stealth.
What is my dex? Yeah.
I see that, right?
So the entire party hears
Hey,
Cedric's
that's really
footsteps. Cedric's footsteps stop following behind you. And you all turn around and watch as he seems to be sleeping by himself.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Thought I dropped something.
14 damage.
Hey, wait, how many steps did you take towards the torch?
Torches are on the wall. It's a narrow pathway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how many
narrow path.
steps
It
did you
doesn't-
take to it? Oh. You
One.
didn't do
No,
it.
he hadn't started. You just noticed that he stopped taking steps.
Well, let's not spend any more time than we need to. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of She-Lobe's lair, son.
We don't want to get into any trouble down here, especially with the way that he's been kind of passively threatening us, but we'll just keep it.
Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah, when he
nice.
tries to kill us, we'll just.
He's gonna give us the shiny, son.
He is going to give us a shiny sword. Can we keep going?
And so as you guys make your way out, I apologize. Hunter wanted to acquire a map from Noble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Never
He did want to do that.
Yeah, he
minute
did.
ago.
I apologize. I should have.
Yeah, I remembered that like twice, but I just didn't bring it up because it was during the conversation. Well, once beforehand. Yeah.
Quick retcon and pretend it
Alright,
happened.
guys, we're going.
Because I'm giving it to all of you in your journal.
Oh, shit.
Neat.
What was it again?
It's under your journal.
Oh, Paul, it's beautiful, Paul, it's beautiful.
Ah.
It's a map.
Paul really
It's
just
a
wanted
map.
to use this.
It is a map.
It's a map for sure. Ooh, we should go to the
How do I zoom
Devil's
in
Tooth.
more?
I
I'm just gonna
wonder if
save
there's a dragon there.
I'm just gonna save the image because I can zoom in.
Gondolin.
Can.
Alright, do we get out of the trapdoor?
Yes, you guys eventually make your way out of the Silk Touch.
Okay. Before we leave, I look at the lady. And I ask her, will I need the
through the shadow planes.
trinket back, or even if we don't, do you mind if we
Shadow planes.
take that back?
Between
Oh.
Deltarune and
No, I'll recognize you.
And
We can keep it in case we need
between
to.
Deltarune and Alkara.
Oh, I see him, yeah.
All right, no problem.
Okay.
I just asked because our friend here really loves things as intricate as that spider.
Shiny.
Kinda nods and just, well, that's a shame.
Thank you for your time, and I'll head out.
My shiny.
Rip Brother B. I tried.
Paul, you spelled Alkara wrong.
Yeah, I spelled it
Yeah, the
wrong.
DM spelled it wrong.
Dude, the way Carter spelled it is so much better. Retcon that. It's not this, it's all Kara.
Nope, it's that.
Screw you.
Interesting.
Overruled.
Why is the map?
Over objection.
Question:
What?
is the room that left the
Ah!
Wait, what'd you say?
Great Worm came from?
What'd you say?
These runes up here in the top left, is that where the Great Worm came from?
What ruins in the left?
Next to the shard.
Oh, the Great Worm?
No, the Great Orb.
Oh, the Great Orb.
What Grey Orb?
Hardy har.
We're
Wait, no, I'm
we're in
confused.
Winterfell
Wait,
right
there's
now.
not actually a Great Orb.
No, there's not actually a Great Orb. We were
Oh.
kidding about.
Okay.
So we gotta
Hey
go
Sean,
this
did
way.
you take your 14 damage?
You did not shoot him, Sean.
Really? Because I think a 27
I think a
would be his
27
armor
hit.
class.
So,
Here, should I roll again?
no. Is there anything that you guys wish to do before you
Alright,
leave?
that's a 22 with sharpshooter, by the
I
way.
don't think
Before
so.
we leave,
We were about to
Winterfell.
leave anyways.
Yeah, we were pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
Just Carter kind of stopped us. So.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It was a good thing.
Oh, 15.
All right, so
Sorta.
I think we're just gonna go to the gates. Can we? Or I want to make a quick stop by. Actually, I don't know. Are we exiting the west gates, or where are we going first?
There's only a south gate.
Oh,
I drew the arrow.
If you look at the map, there's the road. We go south, back to the Fallen Sign, and then go to Deltarune.
perfect. I wanted to go see if I could find that kid as we passed by. Whatever his name was, Kevin. Was it Kevin?
I don't think it was Kevin.
What kid?
Yeah, I gotta go give him a gold coin for looking out for Ace.
What kid? Oh, the guard who was on duty.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so as you make your way to the gate, it does not appear that that guard is on duty.
Unfortunate. Well, I don't want to. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just, I hope we see you next time we come back.
Okay, so as you guys begin to make your way out of Winterfell with
Alright, we're taking the path I drew.
with to Darrendale.
Yeah.
As you make your way on the road out of Winterfell with 3 new job opportunities, some of them completely legal, some of them questionable.
Questionable, not.
I mean, subjugating criminal organizations.
All of them going to end
Exploitation
in
is fine.
violence.
Stealing something from a noble? Probably not. But
Yeah.
Unless
I
he's
mean-
evil too.
But
well,
that is
look,
where
yeah, this is evil, which is
we're
fine.
going to end the session tonight.
Lame.
Okay.
Do you guys
What
want
do
to
you
see
mean?
I want to go on a quick traveling journey. And
Yeah, I want to at least travel.
I mean, we might just fast travel to the next city. You know, wherever we're going. We didn't really specify Kazdel or Alcair. I think I'm
Number
going
11
first.
We're
tomorrow.
going to Deltarune first because it's on the
11?
Delta Rune
Really?
away.
Yeah.
Actually, it needs to be more like 10:30 because his mom's gonna get here at like 11.
Is Brandon still here?
I'm still here.
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay. You just been really quiet, Coach.
Let me Paul, I made your map prettier.
Wait, what's happening tomorrow at 11?
Oh, they're
We're
just
going
looking
to-
at the room. Take pictures for me.
Yeah, we're
please.
gonna go get rich. No, thank you. So, alright, now here's the real question though. Should we double cross Shelob? I feel like we should definitely just kill him after he pays us though.
We're gonna kill the sheep.
Inside his own
Yeah.
domain.
Alright, I'm
Yeah, I could probably kill him in about 3 shots.
out of game. We'll come back at level 20 and then we'll do it.
Level 20, bitch, he's a
Hey, Paul, you
spider,
level
not a
up.
fucking dragon.
He's a spider. He's a freaking vampire.
He's a spider, not a dragon.
Hey Paul, do we
He's a
level up?
vampire with pet spiders. This is different.
You guys do not level up now.
No.
Why would we level up? Literally, like, I still feel like we just hit level 5. I don't know why you keep asking. But
I just like asking because it bothers Paul.
It's fun.
It's gonna be about 4 more sessions before we level up.
that sounds like a good number.
Nah, it's like more like
77 more sessions.
Maybe 4 is a lot, but
fourth,
like
I think like 2, maybe
3.
2.
No,
I think
2.
you
Not
would-
2. Not 2.
depending
Another
on,
3.
like,
Because
So
another
do-
3 would be 4.
How many like experience-worthy things we do? So like.
Wait,
for
this is our
example-
3rd session. Level. Oh wait, no, it's our 2nd section.
This is session 9. Just so you know, Critical Role is at episode 50, and they just hit level 8 in the 50th episode.
Yeah, but they do.
We are this. Our next session will be session 10, and we're only
We
level
play
5.
we play more than them
We
too.
play longer though.
We do play longer, which is fair. Like add an extra hour and a half, maybe 2 hours on each of our sessions, and that's how much time we're getting. So divide that, we might be technically around episode anywhere from 50 to 20 for them.
We should just double cross Shelob.
Oh.
Hey,
She was about to get a nice sting in the
by the
back.
way, I missed
She
it.
loves the spider from Borderlands.